Now, the whole world is watching China, and we at the ABF are in China, and we're trying to see what's behind the headlines. We're trying to find out what goes on that other people don't see, and we're especially trying to find out where the lawyers and judges are pushing forward for the rule of law in China and for the possibility of protecting human rights. And that's a very exciting project I'm doing with my Chinese colleague, Sada Le, who's at the University of Wisconsin. And we've traveled all over China interviewing people of many different places in the profession. And we've got some very exciting results. If you switch scenes completely to Vienna and the United Nations, many people want to know who makes trade law for the world. Who are the people? What are the countries? What are the international organizations that shape global trade? And so for the past 10 or 15 years, I've been working inside the United Nations Commission on international trade law with lots of observation, lots of corridor discussions, breakfasts, cocktails, trying to figure out who creates rules for the world. Is it the United States? Is it the European Union? Is it lawyers? Is it developing countries? And most recently, I've been working with the International Monetary Fund on global surveillance. I don't know that most people realize when they go to the bank and they do a financial transaction of any kind, withdraw money from the bank, that immediately go through computers, which computers all over the world are checking to see whether there is something problematic in their financial transaction. So there's a global surveillance system out there. Nobody has ever independently evaluated how well it works. So at the Center on Law and Globalization, we've just released a report on the International Monetary Fund and its role in this global surveillance project. It's a report that in some ways is very critical and in some ways tries to be quite constructive.